Okay, anime. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people adore it, some people despise it, some people even potate it. Like they say, haters gonna hate and potatoes are gonna potate. Okay, I know it's dry, yeah, but can we just go with it for the sake of the video? But like most things in life, the diamonds are usually hidden in plain sight. And anime is not any different. There's some hidden self-improvement treasures that are lying in plain sight while watching anime, and they can actually literally go over your head if you do not pay close attention. Making anime quite literally the ultimate guide to self-improvement. And as a disclaimer, we're going to be entering into deep anime territory. And if you are not interested in the things of anime, I mean, I have a lot of other self-improvement videos that might tickle your fancy if you're into like the typical self-improvement videos. But if you are acquainted with the ways of anime, arigato, first of all. And if you're curious to know the deep insights that anime has to offer, you're very much welcome to stick to the end. Now let's get into it. Now, right off the bat, the first self-improvement principle that you can get from anime is self-belief. And no other anime encapsulates this concept like One Piece. And to be more specific, Monkey D. Luffy. Now, for those of you who have seen One Piece, yeah, you would notice Luffy has this insane amount of self-belief. And I mean, granted, you can say, okay, Luffy has that because it's the protagonist and protagonists don't die. That's out of the question. If you really look deeper and uncover the depths of that anime, you would realize that no matter the circumstance, and no matter the obstacle or the enemy that Luffy's fighting, Luffy never doubts himself. Like, I mean, there are other animes that maybe they could be dealing with self-doubt, but not Luffy. Like, he never doubts that he's able to defeat an enemy. And actually, if you really look at the lives of great men, across the board, they always have this self-belief. And a perfect example of this is Elon Musk. Like, this guy believed in his company, SpaceX, so much that he was willing to risk bankruptcy. And the thing is, when you have an insane amount of self-belief, it almost gives you a superhuman ability to bend reality to your will. And actually, for my Bible scholars out there, even according to the words of Jesus, nothing shall be impossible to the one that believeth. And the way it's looking, Elon Musk might actually be the next president of the United States. I mean, this is just, but we'll see. Now, this concept of self-belief is something that a lot of us tend to actually have some problems with. Also, I myself, sometimes, I kind of battle with self-doubt sometimes. The thing is that what you believe to be true directly or indirectly affects your actions. If you believe that you are going to succeed at something, you will actually put in the work even without seeing the results, day in, day out, because deep down you believe that it's going to work. And the alternative is also true. If you do not believe that something is going to work, you will not find it within yourself to actually put in the required amount of effort to actually make that thing work, because you do not believe it will work. So in the world of self-improvement, self-belief is one of the most important things that you can actually develop to actually level up your life in ways you never thought possible. And which then leads us to the next principle, which is the principle of consistency. And no other anime truly reflects this like that of Solo Leveling. Although, granted, Sun Ji-woo is one of the biggest aura farmers that I have ever seen in the history of any anime I have actually watched. Like, this guy literally waits for people to literally be dying, then he just pops up like, oh, nothing happened, like, I'm all that, like, yo. And he does this when everybody's like, they're all down and like they're looking for a savior, and he just pops up from nowhere with his like magical minions and summons, and like, poof, yeah, I'm Sun Ji-woo, or affirming you guys. But that aside, if you watch the beginning of the anime, you actually discover something, that before Sun Ji-woo became the aura farmer and like the badass he is, there was the principle he was applying, which was the principle of consistency. Now, if you watch the anime, he was literally forced, okay, not really forced, but he was kind of like forced or manipulated to put in the work every single day. And the reason why we know Sun Ji-woo to be badass is because he put in the work. Every single day he got commands to actually up-level himself, and literally that is kind of like the same thing with us. That anime literally emphasized the compounding effect of things, because the more you put in the work works on you. And Sun Ji-woo is a testament. Like, how do you grow in height? Like, Sun Ji-woo literally grew in height because of the work he was putting in. Although technically, realistically speaking, that might not be possible, but it just testifies of the fact that the work works on you more than you realize. It's not what you get that is important, is who you become in the process of getting what you want. In the process of Sun Ji-woo actually wanting to level up to actually save his mother, he became something literally extraordinary. And that is the whole point of the work. That is the whole point of the pursuit. It's not what you get, but who you become in the process. And that can only be gotten on the back of consistency. And the next principle I learned from anime is that of determination. And the anime that truly emphasizes this principle is that of Vinland Saga. Okay, so for a bit of context, the protagonist in this anime, Thorfinn, his dad was literally assassinated right before his eyes. And what does this guy do? He decides to join the bad guys so that he can kill the person that assassinated his father. And guess who that person is? No other than the leader of this bad group. Now, the anime just goes on to show you, especially season 1, how far you could go when you're truly determined in one goal. Because of Thorfinn's determination to assassinate that guy, the rate at which he grew or he got better in killing people, Thorfinn literally became him. It's crazy how fast he became so good at actually unaliving people. And spoiler alerts, okay, so I'm gonna put up a sign for those of you who do not want me to spoil this anime for you. I'm gonna post a sign to give you 3 seconds to mute this. And when I go past the spoiler scene, I'm gonna also indicate when it's time to unmute the video if you don't want it to be spoiled. So in 3, 2, 1. Now, and at the end of the day, which is quite messed up, Thorfinn was not the one that actually killed the guy that killed his father. Like, how does that and guys, for those of you that have actually watched Vinland Saga, yeah, how many of you think that they literally nerfed Thorfinn in season 2? Yeah, like Thorfinn became, how do you go from being so badass to being so nerfed? It was messed up. It was messed up actually. But yeah, season 1 really went deep into the whole thing of determination and vengeance and stuff. But season 2, I mean, it wasn't really, I couldn't even finish it because I just couldn't continue actually. But yeah, so I'm going to replay this now in 3, 2, 1. So guys, I didn't spoil it for you, but yeah, so Vinland Saga season 1 literally encapsulates the principle of determination, which then leads us to the next principle, which is discipline. Now, this is one of the OG principles in self-improvement, and the anime that truly encapsulates this is none other than Mashle. Now, for context, Mashle grew up in a world where magic was everything. Literally, people that didn't have magic were seen as scum of the earth. And can you guess the kind of person Mashle actually was? Ding, 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 ding. Yes, Mashle was literally born without magic. And how did he compensate for this? By brutal, dogged, die-hard discipline. This guy was literally training every single moment of every single day. He didn't skip leg day, he didn't skip chest day. Mashle was built. And because of this discipline, Mashle was literally able to school people that were so-called talented by brute strength. And this anime just actually really encapsulated the fact that hard work always beats talent every single time. Okay, I won't say every single time because, I mean, although Cristiano Ronaldo is my GOAT, yeah, the most disciplined player out there, and granted, Messi might actually be an objectively better player than C. Ronaldo, but what is there not to admire about C. Ronaldo? I mean, which then leads us to the next principle, which is the principle of planning. And the anime that truly encapsulates this is the anime called Code Geass. Now, for context, the protagonist of this anime literally moved from being an exiled child from his country and literally became the supreme ruler of both his country and another country. That's actually sick. That's actually crazy if you really think about it. And the way he was able to achieve this was none other than the principle of planning. Although granted, in the anime, he did have a superpower where he was able to literally control and manipulate people by giving them just one command. But he was not the only one with that power. So you can't really say that it was because of the power he became emperor, because there were other people with that power that literally did nothing with it and were just basically pawns in somebody else's game. And that's why planning is really important, because the step-to-step process of what you need to accomplish is what will determine whether you accomplish something or not. Because the anime really showed us how he planned every single step of his journey to becoming the supreme ruler of those two countries. It actually really opened your eyes to something, yeah? With the right amount of planning and strategy, you can accomplish almost anything you set your mind to. Now, for this principle, I was actually struggling between Code Geass and Death Note, but yeah, that's just my little struggle with that. But Code Geass was a much better alternative because, I mean, that Death Note actually just killed people, but strategically. But Code Geass was actually just better. Which leads us to our wisdom nugget for the week. He that had no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. And guys, if any insights resonated with you, I would love to see what you think about it in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. For those of you that really want to level up your life, I really think this video is really going to help you out, which is 5 habits that will instantly make you more productive in 2025. And like always guys, remember to always keep it real. Bye guys.